All right, what's up, Keyforgers? Welcome to Phlox'em. We are back with ABR. Our team made it to the top cut. I think we were maybe second from the team round robin phase. I have not had an amazing season, but I have some teammates who have had very good seasons. So excited to try and get us back in here. So we are playing Exchange versus Catsmdogs. We were talking before this. I don't know that we've ever actually played at least on TCO. I think we played at the Vegas Vault Tour, but Catsmdogs been a long time chatter and person on the streams and stuff. Awesome person if you ever get to meet him in person. But we are playing Exchange here, which is a really interesting format. So each player brings 2 decks, and then you each get to basically steal 1 deck from your opponent, and then you play best of 3. You have to win with both of your decks. So I am bringing, this is a very tough one to decide. Fudginator, get out of here. Whose team are you on? Oh, you're on Catsmdogs team. At least the Swindle team, but still, come on. A very interesting format, how it works. Thought a lot about deck choices and stuff. So I think this is one of the few formats that really rewards fish bowling, which is something I do not do. I do not play my decks against each other ever. So finding 2 decks that have a really interesting matchup or have one that is very tricky but is actually lopsided is very tough. And so it's actually really tough to find a matchup that really punishes your opponent or kind of forces them to choose one way that you want them to. So in a lot of ways, it ends up feeling a lot like adaptive in some ways, where you can kind of bring anything as long as you bring 2 decks that you feel are pretty well matched to each other. So I'm bringing Kareem and Arik. These are 2 decks I play a decent amount in adaptive and stuff. Arik especially is one of my adaptive favorites these days. It's been one of my most consistent ones. Still a bit of a tricky deck. You have to really handcraft well, especially for the Amber control. There's some lack of that there, but also the artifacts give you some different choices and stuff. The 6 Emperor can be kind of tempting to hold it, but there's like almost no capture or exalt, so it doesn't really get you much value. Kareem is low on the creature control, but what it has is some Lost in the Woods and stuff, and then it also has a Glorious Few. Just a really fun, fast deck. Got the key charge in there to try and close out games. So I honestly think this is a pretty close matchup between the 2. I'm hoping, I think Kareem is, or Arik is a little bit more favored in the matchup. So my expectation is that Kareem is the one that's stolen, because Arik doesn't look as strong, but I think it is actually better, but we'll see. From Catsmdogs, we've got 2 token decks. Triple Stray Suzerain. Let's see. Triple Kerwallop is pretty fun. Not great against my decks. And we've got the standardized, we've got the autovac. I have no artifact control, so like these code monkeys with that autovac is pretty good against both of them. Snecklifter is pretty interesting. Actually, it's really interesting against Arik especially. And I don't mind Minion. I don't think it's too bad of a token. The problem is taking that little creature control against this could be really scary. This is making 15 tokens. We've got double against all flags, Hysteria Mark of this. Okay, this is definitely speaking more to me. It's got the Cloudburst. It's got the Niffles, which are not amazing, but I mean, they're not too bad. They're big bodies that all of these decks are going to have issues with, except for Arik probably. Untamed in tokens is not incredible, but really like this disc. We've got the Legacy Snag in there being one of my favorites. We've got the Levy. Again, there's no artifact control. That Snecklifter is the only artifact control out of all of these, which is a little bit scary, giving that to Catsmdogs, but I just think the creature control in this one is going to be such a problem if it goes against Castellan. So I think... Oh, Mollymock is in here too. Okay, so at least if something gets stolen, we can destroy it. I think Castellan is probably the steal here. I like this one. The triple Elbia Stray is not bad. I like the token better. The Logos with the Autovac is okay. The double Code Monkey, double Titan Librarian, and the Guardian. Man, is this actually the correct call? The triple Kerwallops too. What is... Oh, this... Man, this Skyborn is real good. Because it's just a lot of bodies and then 2 big steals, which none of these decks deal with, except Auric has the steel hate. So I wonder, he is probably going to grab Auric, bringing these decks, expecting me to steal this one. But I mean, like the Mark of Dis, Hysteria, Dance of Doom. This is really good too. I just think, like the Code Monkeys are the thing I'm the most scared of here. Rich score, it has to make a lot of tokens, but they're smaller tokens. Well, Bruno, Lemindra, Dodger. Triple Kerwallop, again, can make a really big burst, but pretty much only by killing your own creatures, because most of the rest of the stuff we're seeing here is 3 power or more. I think I'm taking Castellan. Yeah, the fishbowling, it's something I've been thinking about trying to do more specifically to be better at formats like this, but okay, so he's taking Auric. I think that's okay. I think we can deal with this. Auric does have both the, let's see, Gargantodon, and it's got the Discombobulator, so it can actually really slow down these against all flags, but I think the creature control in here is going to be enough, especially with the bounce. So we are playing Reem and Castellan. I think we just go with Castellan. Again, this is sort of the worst of the 2 decks in theory, so I have to win with this one at the end. I'd rather try to start with a win. This. Also, there's some interesting UI updates for TCO. Hopefully that doesn't mess things up too much. So the Auric versus, I mean, again, I'm just assuming we get there. Auric versus Kareem is going to be the interesting one. And that's where I don't know. I think Auric probably loses to this. What's funny is I actually almost brought tokens decks too. Going first. Don't love that. Except we get the Niffle Sanctuary. Okay, so action, make a Niffle Brute until the end of the turn. Niffle Brute gains after fight, gain 1. Okay. And then we've got a decent follow-up either way here. Yeah, I think we'll keep this. Okay, so TOC versus TOC. I took the bait of taking the higher SAS one, but again, the dis in here, I think, and just the Amber control, it seems like a pretty well-rounded deck. I'll have a little bit more creature control too, as long as I can keep some creatures on the board, but also things like Hysteria. Not great against this deck, honestly. Double Code Monkeys, Elbia Strays, Snack Lifter. So the Hysteria is actually not amazing here, but yeah, we'll take this. If I can get a board of tokens out, we'll be in a pretty good place. Okay, so Snack lifts that right away. I think that's fine. It's not bad. It definitely drives the token side of this deck, but like this stuff is all feeling pretty good. There's a minion. This does have taunt. That's pretty nice. Yeah, so we'll just go Skyborn here. We're just gonna steal the 1. I think it's worth it here. I don't think They've got a way to bounce. I guess they could code monkey the snack lifter. That would hurt for sure. Goes back into Geistoid, or goes into Geistoid here. That's fine. We may just go into... Holy cow. Just playing a few creatures. Captured some. We're just going to drop. I hate this card. Let's see. So there's no way I can keep this from being next to the taunt, right? If I play it over here, it swaps with this, and then that's over there. I play it over here, and then swap with this. Oh, that works. Okay. So I think I have to kill this neck lifter here. I really don't want that getting picked up again. And then we'll go ahead and just fight the Thought Catcher. No. Yeah. Okay, it's a lot of creatures, but we do have answers for some of it. I'm a little bit more concerned about the potential burst of Logos now, but we'll see. No one's haunted yet, so the minions aren't doing anything. Just some reaping here. Looping Dirge, so it does get to check. I think we're just going to have to leave that here because I really need to start getting more creatures on the board. Start forcing them to fight me. I don't think we get an easy proc on that, so... Oh yeah, look at that. Good catch, quick draw. Not check because of the Cloudburst. Doesn't matter because we didn't draw into any more Amber Control. Doesn't matter too much, but I think this disc is definitely something to deal with. We've also got a Nifflebrute now, which... Yeah, we need to find our Mollymawk to get this destroyed so we can get it back. But I think Birdnut's on him now to start doing some creature control. We've got a scary board. This can fight into elusive stuff. The Dark Lamp is elusive, so it can just steal for free. Yeah, this cooperative hunting is going to go hard if he doesn't kill some stuff. Could be a standardize here. That hits 2s and 6s. But probably not with the hypothesize going there. Yeah, this will be pretty nice. If you have more amber than your opponent. Okay, so we're not going to get to do that, unfortunately. But we get to kill many, many things. I don't love the artifacts coming up here. I might actually just need to blow this up with the Mollymawk if we find it. Okay, so they're on a smaller hand from Titan and from Streak. Can technically stop the key if we go into Skyborn, but I mean, we've got to do the Untamed turn here. This is just too much value. We're going to keep one of these on the flank for the tax. What do we tokenize? Adarome, Song of Spring. Fantastic. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we could just fight into here. Because these can reap, right? So let's kill 5, 9, 10, 11 on a minion is fine. Okay. Do I kill? Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to just be able to reap with this whole board and get... I actually don't want to kill this right now, unless I can kill more. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill another minion. Because you can do with minion rivet, it's really cool. You can do this thing where you basically just get to keep looping it for the extra tokens in capture, because you just kill it when you're haunted, then reap with a minion, it goes back on top of your deck, and you get to just keep recycling it. This scout is huge. Gone for quantity instead of quality. Okay, so there's a Kerwallop, 2 Kerwallops. Still leaves us with a decent amount. We still got the snag, and they still have a... Yeah, so now we get to snag them. Don't stop the key, though, again, which is unfortunate, but we do get to do a pretty decent turn here. No key cheats. Yeah, so here it actually... if I'd have gone for more of the smaller things, we would have gotten less amber off the Kerwallops too, right? So definitely something there. Okay, we'll go on tame though. We're gonna lock him back into shadows. Sure, I will make that mistake. Do I have anything I actually want to shuffle back in? Not really. Chandler, Eterome, yeah. I've never really read the text on this card before, I'll be honest. Amber, done, and then we will scout. Let me read the text on this again. Skirmish, fight with those creatures. And yeah. This one will kill the Hob, so they have to go back into shadows, which means they don't get to autovac. Again, we are letting the key through, unfortunately, but I think we're setting ourselves up pretty good here for a comeback. The lock into back into shadows with the snag is pretty good. And we can hit Dark Lamp next turn if we want with the Dis. Okay, so we got Evil Eye, we've got Mark of Dis, we've got Safeport, and we've got the Against All Flags and the Mollymock. So we've got a lot of good stuff left, but it is a little dicey here. Does not get to do anything. We will take that. Okay, does this deck care about it's yellow? Basically just yellow, except that makes our raiding parties not as good. Okay, I think we go Dis here. Do we get to check? 1, 2, 3. Kill a lot of our Niffle Brutes if we do that. Is that worth it? Yeah, I think I need the levy down. We've got the Against All Flags coming. I guess I could just not kill it too, but I want to get to check here. Yeah. So this will be probably some Albia Strays. Have there been any of those yet? 1. Archives Dark Lamp. There's 1. Okay, so they can take us off check here. Fights the snag instead. Okay, I'll take that. It's both of them. Holy cow. That's quite a turn. And not much amber for us to steal, unfortunately. So it's probably an unnatural selection here, actually. So we need to not kill the Mamet. Keep that, you can keep that, and you can keep that. I don't think I really care about. I think we're just racing here. Scullion. A little bit. It's not too risky now. We've already got the Evil Eye and Against All Flags in hand, but I really want to find Smollymock. And more tokens is good for the levy. I wouldn't say this has been my cleanest game, but we're getting there. Okay, Logos, this should be a pretty big turn. Not see much Logos much, but luckily Standardized does nothing to this board, or my side. It kills his stuff. It's not gone, but there is a lot of Logos. Code Monkey is a lot of burst. I think that's fine though, because we just get to drop this stuff, steal a bunch. Yeah, there's Code Monkey. Maybe you can only do one though. Let's see. The token isn't Logos. Librarian. Let's see if he gets greedy. Guardian. Ooh, kills off the Guardian here for the draw. And it hits my Brute. I was gonna say, if he didn't kill any of my Untamed, this might actually just be another Untamed turn. And it might still be. If I can take out this auto vac, I think that's actually really good for us here. Okay, it does not kill the Guardian though. Just kills the Code Monkey. Do some more archiving. Is very close to not being haunted anymore, but only one Albia Stray left. Oh, taxes our key. Okay, that's unfortunate, but can I take a turn to just go Untamed here? What have we not seen? Energy Vampirism. Hallowed Eve does nothing. Another Albia Stray comes in ready. So that's like 3 amber right there. But yeah, I think we have to get rid of the auto vac. If I draw into that Niffle Ape, I'm going to be so upset. Do I get to check if I go Skyborn? No. Just capture more. This is enough amber control, I think, though. So we need to do the Untamed turn. I could kill the minion with the Niffle Ape. Can't kill the Librarian. There's no point in fighting the suzerain. There's no Eddie, right? What's left? Archimedes, another Code Monkey. Did Hypothesize get archived? Yeah, second one might be. Okay, so I think it is correct to actually fight this minion. Ah, we drew the Niffle Ape. Dang it. That's a shame. But we should have pretty solid 2-turn follow-ups here with Skyborn turn and then the Levy into Mark of Dis, Evil Eye. That should be enough reach, especially since we have 2 creatures in hand and the Cloudburst, because we're going to drop these 2 as well. So it'll be close, but I think we can get this. Yeah, Geistoid takes Archives. I guess the issue is the Energy Vampirism steals 1, so we actually really didn't make probably enough Amber that turn. Albia also captures 1 if it reaps. Interesting. Yeah, that's a bummer. I don't think we get to check this turn now. Should I have reaped? Ah, Purge's Mark of Dis. That Purge is very unfortunate. Dang. Yeah, that might be the game. We'll see. Again, we do still have a decent amount of reach here. We have less reach now. Holy cow. Yeah, the problem is I put damage on that Niffle too. I shouldn't have done that. Darn it. I mean, we do stop the key with the Skyborn, but we don't get to check, which is a huge problem. This doesn't really do much for us. Yeah. You just got the board flood faster. Okay, so we do have to do the Skyborn turn here, I think. Steal 2. Play guitar. Safe port. Into Molly Mock. Yikes. Yeah, so our dis turn doesn't even get us to check now. Bummer. Man. I definitely feel like this is a winnable matchup. I don't think you like going first in tokens. Hardly ever. Snacklifter right away was awful because that creates creatures for us every untamed turn. Gets 3 creatures on the board right away. Yeah. Does this deck beat Kareem? It's really the question. I think so. I mean, it's not technically over. We still have the Evil Eye. But yeah, not drawing in a Mark of Dis here is horrendous. Niffle Ape, okay, glad to see that there. Pella on the left. Oh, I should have played another one of these. Oh well. Or I should have played that sooner. But yeah, not getting to check there is probably it. He does need to start killing these, otherwise we can still tax for quite a bit here. Have the scout play again, but we just can't go into these houses at the moment because we have no amber control. Our only amber control is Levy. But still, we're not going to check if we go dis unless we reap with Eterome and play the Unbinding. I guess we could fight into something with this. Yeah, I mean, we got it earlier. It just didn't matter because the turn after that, we locked him into Geistoid, and then he had a 5 Geistoid turn hand. So it just, yeah. Which, I don't know that it would have made a difference there. We maybe shouldn't have killed it. Yeah, I guess we should have. Fights Pella and Snag. Does not fight off the Niflbrutes. One, two, three, four. Yeah, so we can't stop it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are just under. Oh, actually, I can make another token with this, but then I don't get to check. What does this? Oh, we do if this is hitting. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this can hit one of these. Okay, we are technically still in it. I have to do this first. Kill that. I don't get to kill anything to get bones already. We make just enough tokens to stop the key here. And we've got the against all flags. I mean, the against all flags doesn't help us. We have to we win off levy or we lose is where we're at. The question is, can he stop 7 hammer? Rich score we never saw. That would steal 2 here. Yeah, here's a Shadow's turn. A couple Kerwallops is a crazy amount of amber. Yeah. Dang. I think we're done here. That's the rich score too, of course. And then Kerwallops. Kerwallops don't kill the brutes, but I don't think it matters. Oh, and as the snack lifter again. Come on. Yeah. I would say I probably took the bait on this one. Oh no, he's got Auric. I think we run over Auric with this deck. No artifact control. Creature control is kind of limited. Discards Kerwallop. Discarding Kerwallop is a little bit suspects. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we can't make any more or we can't levy anymore, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, that does it. Bummer. Just gonna kill things for spite now. Dang. I mean, was it enough that just the what was it? The cooperative hunting turn was enough to lose it. I think the snack lifter turn 1 was real bad for us, along with 2 turns of playing 3 creatures in a row. We run this back. I think this should be a pretty solid win against Auric. Yeah, it was close. I think that is a pretty close matchup. So like, I would like them to go first. Do I do this? Kind of like playing these turn 1. But yeah, I think this one should be better. We also don't have artifact control, right? So Ark has some decent artifacts, but if you can't kill Levy, it's going to be really hard to forge against this deck. There is creature control, but it's, aside from the Quintrino Flux, it's kind of a lot of piecemeal. Daughter, I am just going to kill it. As much as I want to hold on to that Mark of Dis, we get to flank the streak next turn with a Pirate Champion, but I'm not going to let a Daughter sit there. That's too much value for Arik. Yeah, I think that was a good deck choice by Catsmdogs between those two, because I think that is a pretty close matchup. Oh, we do have artifact control. Hey, look at that. I can remember things. Twin Bolt. Yeah. Always have it. Man. There's very few answers to that in this deck. Unfortunate. Still a decent follow-up, too. And the Discombobulator. I think that's okay for now. Especially when our against all flags are getting tokenized. Okay, we get to archive the Unbinding. That's pretty solid. It's a good start for Arik. Lots of Logos. I mean, I would be tempted just to go back into Logos here. The more archiving you get done with Wormhole is very good. It's going to be Star Alliance. I think I'm okay killing that because we also get to fight here unless it's the Cloaking Dongle, because of course it's the Cloaking Dongle. Man, just finding everything here. Can I leave Kirby for a turn? I wish Niffle Brute had the Niffle text. He's just so bad. But that's okay. We're going to take that out. Leave Kirby for a turn. If they want to go back into Star Alliance, we're probably okay with that. There's not a ton of value here, but you can get some like artifacts down and stuff, which is really nice. And we can always shuffle the... Of course, it's the cooperative hunting too. Tokens, man. Tokens are betraying me. We can get the Mollymawk back in the deck with Song of Spring. So if some other artifacts come down soon, we can just kind of start dealing with it that way. But Star Alliance is going to be a Quintrino. Ooh, Light of the Archons. It's a bit scary. Reaps. I can actually archive both of our Unbindings here. 6 Sumpers that. And as the Quintrino Flux. Oh my goodness. Oh, the timing. Can't kill much of ours without killing some of his. His export rollover. Yeah. Should have waited to put the Light of the Archons on there, because then you get to keep your Kirby alive here too. Yikes. We do get to refill the board pretty well here, so I don't think you really care too much about Conjure in this deck. And we do get to check here. Haven't seen much Amber Control, or yeah, much of the Amber Control from this deck yet, so should be, yeah. Galem coming down, there's a library. It's okay. Again, this deck does not really exalt or capture hardly at all. You can get a little bit. There's like a stomp and one or two other things, but that's annoying. And there's our levy. So we really want to find Song of Spring. I wonder if it's almost worth Hysteriaing here. That's annoying. It actually might be, though. Because we get the Mollymawk back, too, which is pretty solid. We can't kill this. But we do get to refill with tokens, too. Oh, oh, they killed the Charisma one. Yes. That's actually even better for us. Did find the stomp for the library, though. We don't stop the key. But Skyborn is not looking great here. I think it's a dis turn. What do we not want to give him back? I don't really want to give him back the fill. I think it's more worth it to archive the Unbindings now that we've got the levy. So we're gonna play this guy. Kill that. I mean, does get to just tax this with Redder, which is really annoying, but hopefully it's a pretty bad turn otherwise. And then we get to follow up with some nice Untamed stuff here, lose our safe port. Got him. Goes Logos here. So Eddie for a little taxing. Or the Cutthroat. I think we're okay with that. Honestly, I might just run both of these into Legionary. So we get to Forge here for 7, because of course he also has the Eddie. Arc is a good deck. It's tricky, but what do we say? Yellow? Blow up another one of these. I think we just run both of these into the Legionary. Hopefully make for a pretty bad Dino play. We definitely don't want this to get too out of hand. It doesn't get big very fast, but if I can't deal with it, it starts holding all the upgrades and becomes a problem. Back into Logos. Not worried about this one. That's annoying. We do have the Scout, though. It's not amazing here, but if we drop all of this and he doesn't have an answer for it, it's not bad. It's Cloaking Dongle in Archives. Got Logos right now, so we just do the steal. And did that wrong, so if we get Cloudburst, we definitely wanted this on the outside, but that's a little bit funky with Shikari. That's okay though. Got this to hit with a Scout, which is pretty nice. Only 2 Logos cards left in deck. Does go back into Logos here though. Just Reaping. Finds the other Logos card. One of them. Stealth mode is in Archives. That's good to remember. How's the Untamed turn look here? We do get to steal with the raiding party. We don't have the same... I should have just gone blue to make sure that this was always stealing 2. There's my Cloudburst, which we can Song of Spring back in. Yeah, let's go Untamed here. Do we? This doesn't quite kill enough. Untamed. So we draw. Okay. So we'll Scout first. Gonna have this kill Kanzo unit. This will steal. Cloudburst. I don't think we really need to put Molly Mock back in, honestly. So they're gonna tax us with Garcia or Redder here. It's just this one. On the Garcia, they get to do the stealth mode too, and like Cloaking Dongle or something. Which means maybe shouldn't have put a token back in, because we don't get to play these for more tokens. But we can play the Cloudburst for some taxing too. Go Saurian though. Okay. That's actually, I think, it's not better for us because it probably has Axiom here. This deck is not my favorite at the moment. Does not have the Axiom. Beautiful. So what do we do with that? Can we just get to check here? 1, 2, 3. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. What do you flip the deck? Kill some stuff. Oh, we can't steal with this thing down. So it is a dis turn, which is okay, because having to play Axiom here with like almost no other Saurian cards left is not great for them. If we kill this, though, our Dance of Doom doesn't... We're not losing anything, so I think we actually leave these archived because we don't get to re-archive them. Man, I don't like this. Although, we could capture these to make the axiom less good. Is that greedy? Fight gain 1. I really wish I could get to check here. But the regeneration of this deck is not amazing me. I think it is Skyborn, actually. Doesn't really matter. We lost game 1. Kind of unfortunate how it went down, but capture, and go ahead and capture here. Reap. So if they want to clear the board, they have to go Saurian. They could do a lot of bursting in Star Alliance, but then we have our board left because Neutrino Flux is gone. No, we got close in game 1, but I think they just got a little bit too much pressure. So your call about the Korwalvs might have been correct. And then he reaped with Suzerain to purge the top of my deck, and it was the Mark of Dis. That's probably actually, like, if we had that Mark of Dis there, it's a different game. Not necessarily 100% of a win for us, but definitely feels better. Okay, so there's the axiom. That's fine. We get to do our Dis turn here, refill the board. Kill the Gargantodon anyway. Don't quite get to check, but yeah, we like this. Maybe I shouldn't actually play these. Nothing I have is going to die here. Kill that. This. Evil Eye. I get to check if I play him, so I think that's correct to force out the Star Alliance here. And if he's going to stealth mode anyways on the Star Alliance turn, so we can't play them next turn anyways. Wow, fantastic tokens. All right. We do have another against all flags. Yeah, here's the Star Alliance. So this will be Garcia. But really, the Garcia is about it. So as long as he doesn't get to check here, we can kill the Garcia and lock him back into Star Alliance, which means he would have no Amber control. Plasma Nozzle, Cloaking Dongle is fine. We get to just fight and then reap and kill anyways. Let me just double think this. So I can't play any of the Untamed actions, so those aren't good. Still got the Cloudburst command. This we get to make another token. We need to reap with this beforehand. Yeah. because Garcia is the only Amber control in Star Alliance, so. This is way too stressful. These should not have been as close a games as they ended up being. But that's how it goes. Legacy snag. All right, now it's the one that I really don't know. Kareem versus Arik. I think we can force some creature control. If I get the mothers online, Arik is going to be really struggling. We don't care too much about the steel hate, except for we have to remember that we've got the life web. So we could try to build a Sanctum board, try and kind of force out some of the creature control. We're going first. I think we're okay with that. If we can find... Excuse me? Why could I not have this hand at the end of the game? Do I just dump this? That can't be right. This can't be the right turn. Although the Hunting Witch is so much pressure. Ditching the key charge. But if we lose that, what do we have left in Untamed? We've got the 2 Witch of the Eyes. Oh, we're going first, though. So this would be my turn 2 play. Yeah, that's no good. There we go. This is what we want. All right. Got our Lost in the Woods already. Got our Scrambler Storm, Psychic Bug. Not a super heavy action deck, so Scrambler Storm's not doing a whole lot, but this mother should just sit here for a bit. Has the daughter right off the bat, of course. It's okay. We'll go back into logos here. Psychic Bug, Scrambler Storm. Force Field, Cloaking Dongle, Imperium, Book, Scutum, Nurse Soto, and Stomp. That Saurian turn is rough. Stomp into Imperium on this stuff. Oh, go Star Alliance, though. Beautiful. I am actually super happy with that. Because we're just going to shuffle all this stuff in now. You got turn 1 daughter, last game 2 is the only reason I'm complaining, right? Beautiful. So we got the phase shift into Zakiel here. Yeah, so goes Saurian to kill the mother now with the Stomp, and then has the Imperium. Hopefully not too many more creatures, though. Did play a lot of cards, though. Played 3. Ooh, Imperium Philosophosaurus is bad news for us. Yikes. Yeah, so it might just be phase shift into cooperative hunting here instead to clear the wards. We'll see what the wild wormhole gives me. I'll take that. So it might be tough. I think we're probably needed to find some of these libraries off of the mother, just to try and get that consistency going. Should have some logos here, but we'll see. If we can dodge the Quintrino for a turn or two, then the Sanctum starts doing some stuff at least. And we got to tax the key for 7 with the Murmook. Okay, Star Alliance stealth mode is unfortunate. Oh, and uses the book. Of course, isn't punished. Okay, we get to do a little bit cleanup here. Can't play actions this turn because of the stealth mode, so unfortunately that life web would have been a lot better. So we'll protect the weak on the Brain Eater. We have to discard these, unfortunately, because I don't think we can hold them. We'll Zakiel to take that out. There's our Glorious Few, which would have been fantastic to play here. I think we're also ditching that. Goes back into Logos. Interesting. Probably going to fight this in to play whatever's under. 6 Emperor or something. Axiom. Okay, still doesn't kill our Murmook, so we'll take that. Uh-oh. Self-bolstering broke the game. What? What are these? So is the book hit Logos? Does this not discard? No, it just reveals. Okay. Yeah, still. Technically this is actually great for us because we get the life web, but the Eddy stops the key. is unfortunate. We might just key charge it here to force the key through. Huh. Because there's too much taxing in that deck. Hopefully they have to do some fighting here, though. But our creature control is pretty limited at this point unless they don't kill a witch. With the Axiom gone, Twin Bolt doesn't do it, so you still have to fight some here. Could Twin Bolt and then fight with this. If one witch survives, we're doing some stuff at least. I have a lot of artifacts left. Okay, goes back into Logos. Fights a witch. Did you get the Twin Bolt? Did not. Fantastic. Yeah, gotta find our next Lost in the Woods now, so. Legionary granted on Trinoflux, Catsmdogs, Garcia. Okay, got that. Got our EP. So could Queen Trinoflux here actually is a decent amount of value because you get the draw off this too. You just choose like, honestly, 5s and 3s isn't awful. Get this amber back. Clear my board. I have left for Logos. Twin Bolt and Anomaly Exploiter. Twin Bolt, unfortunately, not great against this deck. Most things are 3 power. Yeah, go Star Alliance. Also has something in the archives, but we've already seen stealth mode, so this is probably got revealed by Cloak and Dongle. Bummer. Okay, fights off the Murmook. There's the Flux. Ooh, just kills 2s and 5s. Get some draw. Yeah, it's not looking good. I think the creature control in Auric is always more than I think. Just finds ways to deal with stuff. Can I EP here? Or do I need to hold that for a turn? It's just such a slow turn. So a lot of the pip's gone though. So what haven't we seen? Daughter will be coming back. Six Semper. Library. Gargantodon we know is in hand. Right? Kirby. I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to blow up 5 Amber though. It's not amazing, but I think we're in trouble in this matchup either way, so. Plasma nozzle on here is annoying too. Otherwise, we could leave this with the Hunting Witch, but that lets it kill the Hunting Witch in a fight. Although Twin Bolt hasn't been played yet, so. Okay, so here's some artifacts. Hopefully a little bit of a slower turn. Oh yeah, who was saying it's a quick draw? So somebody mentioned the double artifact text. I didn't notice that with the libraries. Wards itself. I'll take that. Not a huge deal. Discards the 6 Emperor. Not getting to check here is so good for us. What do we hit with the Lost in the Woods? I really want to hit Wormhole, but it might be self-bolstering just because of the fight value of that plasma nozzle is so good. It's going to be Twin Bolt next turn either way, right? We haven't seen that yet. Can't LEQ. I wonder if it's almost Gargantodon just to slow things down, but then all we have to kill is Twin Bolt later. No, I think we've got to get Garcia out of here. This is, we know, isn't really hitting anything useful. One chain. All it takes to inflict a lot of pain here. And our libraries don't even do anything. It's going to be close. We did, I think, get through most of the main Amber generation of this deck. A lot of the pips are gone. Needs to Reap now. Does not want to go back into Sorry into Reap. Goes Logos. Does get the self-bolstering back on, which is actually probably better for us. That means that Garcia doesn't get archived. Don't really care too much about this. We're going to get the Twin Bolt here. We do get to Twin Bolt the daughter. But that means not killing the Murmook. So we could actually stop the key if we go into Sanctum and we get to check. Is that actually better? Oh, we do not. Well, I guess we do kind of. Not sure why he threw that down with a stun on it. That's an interesting call. So we can tax for 7 or stop the key. But we probably have a much better... Actually, we could just do 2 Sanctum turns in a row. Wouldn't be the worst. Just don't kill anything. We could go Logos here. So we know he's got the Garcia coming, so is still going to be able to stop this key. His draws don't matter too much. But has to go back into Saurian just to get that unstunned. Yeah, so go Star Alliance. See how much he drew into. Could hit Book here, which would be really bad for us if he actually gets something. I don't think we're in a terrible spot, though. Getting to flip the deck with all of our artifacts down now though, is pretty good, because that means we have a chance of... Kirby's bad. Key cheating. It's the dinos. Man. Yeah, that hitting a couple times in this game is not good for us. That's normally such a risky play. Like, if you do that, these stay exhausted. Like, if you hit a Star Alliance there, these stay exhausted. You have a hand of 1 starting next turn. Unfortunate. So it does kill the Murmook too. So, I mean, we just have to go Sanctum here, right? Or not. Can stop 1 Amber. Yeah. Bummer. Goes back into Star Alliance. See, maybe gets punished, but holy cow. Still can't kill this guy, thankfully. Unless you fight twice. Reap Serpent all 8. And Reaps. Okay, so not killing the Staunch Knight here. Or just plays Quintrino Flux to kill it anyways. Yikes. Yep, that's game. Man. Arc is too good. It's basically where we got to. It is a bit stronger than I give it credit for sometimes, which is why it's done really well for me in adaptive, I think, but not quite as close of a matchup between these. I think it's pretty tough for this deck to win in this matchup. The stealth mode came at a really good time. That hurt us a lot. But the 2 books, though, is just so much value. Does not play it there. So I guess technically we could... You booked again? That's so frustrating that keeps hitting. I guess so much of the Star Alliance is on the board now, though, that it has less to hit, I guess, in the thing. Okay, so we gotta go Logos and try and hit EP, which still doesn't save us. Yeah, nothing. There's our key charge, though. Darn. Unfortunate. Man. So this is where quick draw. Well, no. So let's see. I'm trying to think. Came down to... If you bring the weaker decks, your opponent basically gets to choose which one is stronger. And if they guess right, you're probably just done. Yeah, that's tough though. We got the win with the TOC deck. I do think that one I probably picked too conservatively. I thought the Disc Disruption would do more against that deck, but it was just too bursty. This one, I think I should have known that Auric was like, it's just Worlds Collide versus Coda is just a pretty favored matchup into Worlds Collide a lot of the times, just because of the way it controls and builds a board and stuff that Coda just often doesn't have answers to. So maybe a problem. This one does have potential to just have some runaway Amber generation, but I think the creature control versus this Sanctum and the Scrambler Storm or the stealth mode just kind of was too much. We never got to, I mean, our Sanctum was all at the bottom too, so we didn't really get to build a board with it until we were already kind of behind. Ideally, you'd find it a little bit faster. But good choice by Catsmdogs to grab this one, and I think his deck selections, the TOC decks, were pretty good for this format too. But I don't know if Catsmdogs does fish bowling or not. It's kind of one of those interesting things. Like, this is one format that could like really benefit from fish bowling a lot more. I had a hard time picking decks for this though. We kind of went through a lot of scenarios, and it just always seemed obvious. Like, I could not find two decks where it was like a hard choice. This one seemed better than some other choices, but in the end, it, especially playing it now, Auric feels like a pretty decently favored. So well, cool. Sounds like Sloppy Lab Work is starting up. I'm gonna go ahead and bop us over there for anyone who wants to hang around and watch that. Otherwise, thanks for watching the stream, and we'll see you next time. I should have my Sloppy Lab Work Triad match sometime this week against my ABR team captain. So where are they? There we go. All right, heading over to Sloppy or to Sloppy Lab Work. See you next time on Phlox'em. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.